Well, the forecast today is for winds to 35, down to 20 tonight, and back up to 40 on Sunday. So I'm down below on Lyric. It's Saturday morning at about 8:36. Got the fire and the Dickinson heater going. I have the draft assist fan on because if you don't turn that on, the wind will push the draft back down and causes diesel smoke in here. So you got to turn up the draft assist fan. In the process of going through some more items that I picked up for the ditch bag. If you're going to be on shore for a couple, 3 days, you definitely want some fire. So remember Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts with the waterproof matches? You can light these things, stick them underwater, and they still burn. 20 of them in a pack. To really get a fire going, you need some kind of fire lighter. In the South, we used to use what they call fat wood or lighter wood. This is kind of that same concept. You can strike the head of this on the side. They're 20, they burn for 7 minutes. For signaling, I got some of these aerial flares. Now, Coast Guard does require that I keep aerial flares and daytime flares on board, but for the ditch kit, these things go up to 450 feet and they burn for about 7 minutes. So these are really good, but they're not cheap. First aid kit. If you're going ashore, you probably have somebody who's injured and you'll need to treat some injuries. So I got a nice first aid kit here. I'm going to put this in a gallon Ziploc bag, and it has a lot of stuff in it, as you can see. Good instructions. It also has a whistle, a ballless whistle, and a cheap compass, which I probably wouldn't use, but the whistle will definitely come in handy for signaling. For getting wood, I had a cheap wire saw, and I thought, you know, that's probably not good enough. So I bought myself a limb saw that has a folding blade. You can flip that up, and it folds in on itself. These things are awesome. They cut through wood like nothing else. Again, for signaling, a brand new personal locator beacon. You turn this and that strobe goes on. I love this one. It takes 2 AAA batteries, very small, and it will burn for 47 hours. Pretty amazing what they've done with the LED technology. For bear deterrent, a can of bear spray. I've never had one on board, never needed one, but if you go to shore here, some of the islands here have about a bear every mile to 2 miles, and so you definitely need some bear deterrent. Other things I still got to get for the ditch bag include the binoculars are on order. I have some emergency food on order. It is good for 5 years. It's got a shelf life. Space blankets, I have 3 of those coming, nice ones. They zip up. And another one of the AquaPure water filters. I have one on board. I really want to have 2 on board. Plus I have a 15 by 15 foot tarp. So there's an update on the ditch bag. More to come. Right, I think I got the stern locker in order. I decided not to use the bucket as a ditch bucket. It's just too small. Besides, if you're having to use that as a bailing bucket and you're taking your ditch bag stuff out of it, that's kind of a conundrum. Anyway, back here in the locker. Now the bucket contains small items, funnels, a couple of small jerry cans, some caustic chemicals, but they're all in a liner that pulls right out, so you can just take the lid off, pull the liner out, and use the bucket. It's a 5-gallon diesel tank that feeds the heater. I have a couple of empty jerry jugs back here. When those get filled, they go up on deck because this is not a waterproof vented locker. Let's see what else. Pole for the scrub brush. There's a fish hook and an emergency bilge pump. And then this is the ditch bag itself. It takes up this whole area back here. It's not quite full. I got a few more items to go in here, so it fits perfectly right there, so I'm pretty happy about that. Last thing to go in here is my Gumby dammit suit. Gumby suit. Show you how well I've taken care of this boat. All these locker lids have new seals on them, new paint. as of a couple of years ago, and latching lids. So pretty happy about the way the ditch bags worked out. I'm still looking for a pair of waterproof binoculars, survival food, and a couple of other small lightweight items, but so far so good.